This is a dictionary day. We're gonna first find the dictionary definition of occult, and then have a chat. So before I look up the definition, I'm going to give what I think of that word. And as far as I know, is it weird that you chew ice cream? So, So, I have two understandings of that word. The first one, which I kind of thought was the actual definition for quite a while, is sorcery, witchcraft, magic, and it had a bad connotation in my mind because the parentals are Christian. So, the first way I understood that word was basically black magic, dark, manipulative magic. And that was the definition that I went with for much of my growing up. And then later on, I came to learn a different definition of the word occult, and that definition simply meant hidden, veiled, sort of veiled knowledge. And that one I liked better because the definition wasn't polarity charged. Hidden isn't good or bad, it's just hidden. So the first one, black magic, sorcery, sort of negatively connotated definition. The first one could be seen, or can be seen as, instead of bad, using that word bad, it's better to use the word manipulative. The first definition would generally fall under manipulative power. Second definition, and also that's the reason, presumably, why it's hidden, because it's like a secret trick, right? It's a magic trick. That's why it's hidden. In the second definition, it's not hidden to be manipulative. It's hidden because it's a sort of rite of passage. Esoteric knowledge, esoteric knowledge. And the wielders of the occult, under the second definition, are not necessarily those out to obtain some personal benefit from the use of the occult. Okay, so that's the beginning of the chat. And now let's check out the dictionary definition. Right. Somebody's getting into some... Oh, crap. Sorry about that. Hello, simple question. Can you answer? Hello, Raw Milk. Hello to everybody. Welcome. We're checking out the occult today. It's also interesting that it has the word cult in it, which is highly negatively charged. Supernatural, mystical, or magical beliefs, practices, or phenomena of, involving, or relating to supernatural, mystical, or magical powers or phenomena, pretty much the same thing, cut off from view by interposing something. So, this Echo's having a fit. Hey. Baby. Do you want to say hello? Okay, Echo wants to say hi. You feeling okay? This is the definition of magic. This one. Echo is living magic. Right? Yes. Okay. So that's essentially what I had just said already. Although this definition is given as neutral, whereas the general understanding of occult from people that I've heard talk about it is negatively connotated, and that's almost always because they're of a religious persuasion, of a disease or process not accompanied by readily discernible signs or symptoms. So that's another sort of hidden aspect. Occult authors: Aleister Crowley, Scott Cunning, Starhawk, Jarena Dunwich. Occult movies: A Dark Song, Hereditary, The Witch, The Love Witch. The occult So, from the Latin word occultus, clandestine, hidden, secret, knowledge of the hidden. So that's a little bit getting more toward the definition that I prefer, which is it's hidden knowledge or practices or beliefs that are hidden not for the purpose of manipulation, but they're hidden because they have great intrinsic value, and you as a being are not allowed access to these things unless you have been deemed worthy. One sec. What do you all think about the occult? I would like to get a little bit of perspective of the viewers. Kitties hear your voice and want to get involved. Yeah, probably. Don't want to give a 16-year-old an atom bomb. Yeah, that's an example. It's a good example. Or don't want to give scientists CERN. You could argue that many people in this realm, or many beings, have gotten access to hidden knowledge and have used it for personal gain and for manipulation. That's mainly what goes on here. Most of the, and we're seeing a sort of fallout from so say the magician has been doing his magic trick on the street for a long time, and he's got this crowd, right? And here's the problem. The magician on the street corner has the best crowd that any magician could possibly hope for. He has, they just look at him with starry eyes, and they believe everything that he puts out, everything that he says. He's sort of like a deity to them. And so he's getting off, like he's getting his rocks off by having the crowd be enthralled with his tricks. And the problem is that he's like an addict. The magician on the corner is literally addicted to all of the, sort of dum-dums watching him and praising him, or being scared of him, just getting a reaction from them in the first place. And he can't stop. He can't stop doing his tricks. And there's other people there too, kind of a little further back from the main crowd. These other people, they go to work, they come back home. They're all aware of the magician on the street corner who has 30, 40, 50 people that never leave him ever. They sleep there. And the people on the outside that watch are kind of confused and curious as to how he has kept this up for so long. And they'll come and try and talk to some of the people close to him and try and persuade them, like, why are you guys here for so long? He's tricking you. He's not the best magician ever. And it's like they can't even hear what you're saying. They can't understand the words that you're trying to say anymore. I feel like there's something dark about embracing a cult. But maybe that's my programming bias. Maybe it's labeled bad as to keep people away from the power of it. So we have someone saying, I feel like there's something bad about the occult, and then right next, Annie says she's always liked occulted things. Right. So unless you get into it, so if you have a polarity charge on the word, and you don't want to just be sitting on the sidelines with your inherent bias, which doesn't have backing because you've never been directly involved, then you got to try it. You got to try something. And then you can determine afterward if you still have the same definition. I've dabbled a little bit. We have this thing where we write down some sort of intention and we mix up the words and letters in a certain way, and then put the piece of paper under a candle, go to bed. There's a whole, and I know also you're not supposed to tell spells and whatnot, because that's part of it. But I'm just doing this for the sake of conversation, and because I'm not really that into it, and I don't really care. But I've done it, and I didn't get any the thing really working out, or the thing crashing and burning, or whatever, from doing such things. More so than it working or not, I liked doing it. I enjoyed looking into the idea of intention and manifesting something in my life, and using a method to try to bring it about. A non-ordinary method, or non-self-ordinary method. So, but then of course that was not a manipulative thing. That was not I want to cast a spell on the neighbor because they're annoying me, or something like that. I wonder what we would find to read in the Vatican archives. The Vatican probably just has everyone, all of the straw men and straw women and all of their records that are attached to that account are probably stored in the Vatican. And, all kinds of other nasty things. The Vatican is not a pretty thing at all. I could say that I have occult organs, right? Because they're hidden from me. I can't see them. I can't see my heart. I can't see my lungs. And also, that's a very seamlessly interwoven aspect of this realm/universe, and all personal experience is full of occulted things. Because what you have not occulted, even in your personal bubble, is what your eyeballs can see. And you just have to check into your memory banks and say, can I think of things that are not directly in front of my eyeballs? Yes. Well then, probably the vast majority of your knowledge base is occulted. It's occult from your current ability to directly look at it. You can look at it in your mind, but you can't look at it visually unless it's physically next to you. I think a lot of people, there are the people that just enjoy the magical and the enchanting things, the sort of way that one behaves and presents themselves when they're being witchy. There are those people, but there are also people that like the image that the occult has, and also because the image of that portrays power. So you can be a fraud, essentially, not be a real magician, and be simply using power. A lot of people do that. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. What do you think about the occult?
Yes.
Yes? That's it?
You just spring that on me.
You walked in.
I live here.
What's your definition? What's Andrea's dictionary definition of the word occult? You can't look it up.
Whatever's hidden. Whatever tries to be hidden.
Okay. Do you think it's about black magic, or is that just a bad general population understanding of the word occult?
I think it's been black magic has been put under that umbrella because either black magic is misunderstood or the occult is misunderstood.
Or they could use that word like how they use conspiracy theorists, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, she's a
It's
witch.
just misunderstood.
Right. Pizza's ready.
I'm gonna put on my pajama clothes. I feel like being
Well,
You got people?
yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up though.
Howdy. Could whip you with it.
Ah. So that's the show for the day. If you have ice cream, eat it. If you have pizza,